It's past about. I'm about 18 minutes early. Woo! Okay. So I'll wait until some people start filing in. Don't be too late because I'm not doing a long stream tonight. I am busy, busy, busy. I'm just telling you, I'm busy. Got lots of stuff going on. I'm making delivery tomorrow afternoon of all the toys and stuff. Mary's up there right now. Even with her headache, she's still up there sorting stuff out. I was told her I'd do it, but she wants to do it. So, and there's a lot of stuff. And I talked to the senior deacon down at First Baptist Church. I believe he's a senior deacon. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to. We had a conversation, and he's got some ambrosia maple. Yeah, he's trying to give me a wood. Trying to give me some wood. I am KCL. So I don't know. He better not, be one of them kind of guys that show and tell and then take off with it. But I'm going by his wood shop tomorrow, the deacon for First Baptist Church. To see his wood shop. Lick my chops over how much wood he's got. But I'm going to bring him a piece of 500-year-old koa. So that'd be cool. I'm going to give him some of that. That's super rare. Maybe he can do something nice with it. Anyways, I'm going to meet him at 1 o'clock and give all the toys and stuff that we. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, that's right. Because you guys are stressing me out. I grow my hair. So, anyways, I'm going to go to his wood shop. See his wood shop. Check out his wood. Maybe I could twist his arm and get a few pieces. But I'm going to bring him a piece of 500-year-old koa that I got from a friend over in Hawaii. So that ought to be fun. And I'm going to give him all the toys and everything that you guys donated and make sure that he, gets us a letter. That's my requirement. I got to get a letter. So I'll get a letter from him sometime. I guess he'll send it to my house or whatever. And that way I'll read the letter to you guys. Maybe he'll even let me do a quick little video. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how he does it. So that way you guys see it. I don't know. Maybe he's camera shy. He used to be a big businessman in New Jersey, so we'll have to see. Anyway, Dove, I already told you what your shipping cost was. Everything's done. It's all packed up right down here. You see it? Everybody's stuff is all packed up, ready to rock and roll. Already took care of everything. And let me tell you what, that took me a long time to figure all that out. When you're trying to put odd shapes in square boxes, I'm pretty good at that, though. So anyway, I got everything all set to go. As soon as I get the payments from everybody and everybody's squared away, I'll ship it up. So once everybody's squared up with me, put it out. Actually, you know what was really strange about it? It really wasn't that expensive. Of course, I did shop around, I don't mess around. So I got the best rates. I didn't say it was going to ship the fastest, but I got the best rates that I could get, and, I figure everybody will throw in a couple bucks for all the tape I had to use. I use a lot of tape. Believe it or not, it took me about 4 hours, believe it or not, because of the way I pack things. Most of them were double boxed. There's only, I think most of them are all double boxed, except this box here and this box here, which really wasn't necessary because of how I packed them. But outside of that, they're ready to rock and roll. So, Skippy ain't here, is he? So, but anyway, you guys, maybe you'll see Skippy on. Skippy's is $10. JC Likes Pants was $35. That's this big box right here. $35. Doves was $20. CLMK has two different options, which are one of them is 12 by 12 by 12 box, which is $26.42. And then the other one, which is the guitar box, she has two options. One could be there in 1 to 2 weeks, which is $39.57, and the other one is right around a week, 3 to 5 days, which is 58 something. I can't even read my written. Maybe I wrote it down here. 58.17. So you got $26.42 and an option of $39.57 or $58.17. RPE, because he was cool, I'm going to just ship his stuff to him because I don't want him feeling bad that I didn't at least give him free shipping on something, even though I made him something. But you got to be nice to him once in a while. Partridge Family was $6. Gamma was $12. Also, Poet, I don't even want to say it. This is expensive, boy. And then Sam CB's is $7, and that was it. So it really wasn't that bad, really. Also, Poets cost more than everybody else's combined. Yeah. You should be getting a package from me to. Oh, okay. Oh, you got two accounts? You got two accounts, Mr. Hampton? I know who you are, Steve. Did you change that, or is this the second account that you got? Oh. Hold on. I gotta get rid of that. I'm gonna change the screen name. Oh, okay. So it wasn't really that bad. It really wasn't. And I appreciate it. I look forward to it. Absolutely. Did you get my my hand drawing I did? Hope you did. Hope it works out for you because it's a great idea, by the way. And nobody's done it. And I think it's a great idea. And I hope you can sell some of them, make some of them, and make some money. Really do. Absolutely. I've done probably 6 or 7 different ideas over the past few years, and a couple of people actually made some good money off of some of their ideas. I can't say what they are now because they're no longer my idea. But yeah, I don't mind helping people. That's good. I mean, look, I think it was a great idea. I think that there could be some profit made in it, and it's unique. And the idea came from a guy who is part Native American. So there you go. Anyway, yeah, the deacon down there at First Baptist Church, he's a trip. He's a trip. He probably thinks I'm a trip too, because you guys know how I talk. I'm just a regular guy, right? I'm not like a store-bought preacher, right? So, he's probably thinking, what is wrong with that guy? But what a lot of people don't realize is, I wear 2 hats. I got me, and then if I'm in the house of God, and I know this sounds really strange, it's like this transformation thing happens, And I think it's maybe more me guarding myself against people, because not everybody in the church is cool, right? Not everybody is there just to be listen and learn something. There's people that just want to think they know everything, and they want to correct you on everything that you say that's wrong. And it's like you're going before a board while you're in the military, right? For the next rank. I don't like people making check boxes on me. Okay, I know what I'm doing. That's right. You got to be real. Well, I didn't know you was a pastor. But you got to be real, right? I mean, you can't sugarcoat it. And pardon me for saying this, but you can't be bullshitting around. You're doing God's work, right? And I mean, look, we're human. We make mistakes, right? Look, we make mistakes. We were born into a world of sin. We sin, right? We make a lot of things wrong, but we're human. We do. Look, we're not Christ, okay? We're not. I can't meet that level of perfection, but I can preach His word, okay? And when I preach, it's not about pointing the finger at everybody else. It's about we. We all have to improve, right? And look, you're going to make mistakes, and not everything's a sin. Unfortunately, people like to think that. And look, the guys who wrote the Bible, it was inspired by God, but it was not written by God. Okay? Plain and simple. And it was archaic. Okay? They were weird people, some of them, okay? And control freaks. And I'm not like that. And Jesus wasn't a control freak either. Okay? And he was a rogue, okay? He went against the grain. And he wasn't afraid to say what he had to say. He was the man. I'm not. I'm just a regular guy, I'm just a regular guy. But I'm a regular guy who studied. And I studied hard. I study humans, There's a lot more to being a pastor than just reading the Bible. Yeah, 3 fingers pointing back at me. Yeah. And some toes with me. You just got to be careful with people. You really do. You have to be careful with people. And things that, wouldn't hurt some people's feelings, man, they totally devastate other people, Totally devastate them. For whatever reason. Maybe it was their upbringing. Maybe people, were mean and obnoxious to them. Maybe people always put them down. So you got to be careful. You really do. And some people, I'm a kickback New Englander, right? So, I say what I say, and I'm not perfect, and I don't try to be perfect. I try to be conscientious of what I say, but I don't say things to make people comfortable, okay? There's an old saying. That's right. Love your God with all your heart, mind, and soul, but above and beyond all things, love your neighbor as I've loved you, right? It's simple. I mean, they do make up all the 10 commandments. If I really wanted to break it down, I would, but I don't want to be up all night because I preached that class one time. But I think sometimes, I went to church one time and I preached at this church, because I'm an interim pastor. So I go and fill in for pastors, right? So I go in there and I start preaching about different things, right? And this guy he raised his hand. I said, yes. He says, Pastor, when are you going to start reading from the Bible? I said, what do you mean? Well, aren't you going to teach us something from the Bible? I said, that's what Bible school's for. That's what Wednesdays are for. Your reading time should be when you're at home. Your studying time should be when you're at home or you're in Sunday school. I'm here to preach the word. I'm here to give you some advice and increase your knowledge and your wisdom in many different areas, not just the Bible. That's not just understanding God. And being a Christian takes up a big wholeness of a lot of different things. Education is vast. Bible studies are Bible studies. I'm here to teach you something else. Well, that's not how we do it here. I said, where's your pastor? Well, we don't have one. I said, well, maybe that's why you don't have a pastor, because you tried to control him too much. I said, don't try to control the man who's been chosen by God to preach his word. I said, because that's a sin too. Because now you're trying to be controlling. God's not controlling. He gives us free will. I said, so why don't you sit back and let me preach, and then I'm going to preach. And I did. Everybody in the church was like, whoa, you really let him have it. And I did let him have it. And I was nice about it. Well, kind of. And when he got done, he came up and shook my hand. He goes, that was a really good sermon. I said, look, people believe that all sermons need to be based off of something in the Bible. I said, if you take down every word that I said to you, you'd find those things in all kinds of different parts of the Bible. I says, but for me to put every little chapter and verse and segment and footnote down there for you would take me hours and hours and hours and hours and days and days and days and days and days. I said, do you want me to take the time to teach you something that's real? Or do you want me to give you a Sunday school class? That's not what I do. I don't teach Sunday school. Otherwise, I'd be a Sunday school teacher. And he was like, I get it. And when I left the church, I was going out the door and I go, I don't think he really got that. I really don't think he got it. I really don't. But, and probably, 90% of them liked it. And I don't care if people like it or not. I'm doing God's work. I don't care. Because when you get comfortable as a Christian, when you get comfortable in a church, something's wrong. Because you let your guard down. You don't have no armor on. Don't get comfortable. Become wise, right? That's why when King Solomon asked for wisdom, God gave him all the things. He didn't ask for riches and land and all that stuff. He asked for wisdom, right? And God gave it to him. Although he abused his privilege. And that was the fall of him. Because that manly side of him got involved, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Look. Oh, man. Hey, good evening, JC Likes Pam. It wasn't too bad, huh? That was not bad. I found the cheapest shipping for everybody, so. But yeah, you know how it is. It's like people say, oh, yeah, but how are you a real pastor? I'm like, huh? What do you mean by that? Well, because you don't have a big church and you don't have deacons and you don't have deaconesses and you don't have a treasurer and a secretary and a board of trustees. I said, I don't need all of that stuff because I'm not paid to do the job and I'm not a for-pay preacher. That's just who I am. Now, if there's other pastors out there and that's what they do, that's what they do. Look, God bless them. Maybe God chose them to do that. I don't know. I can't say one thing or another for them. All I can do is talk about me, right? And they're like, well, it just doesn't seem normal. I said, I'm not a normal person. I'm not a normal preacher. And I don't want to be. I want to be me. I want people to know me and say, you know what, Pastor Bob, he'll give it to you straight. And if you listen to him, he can preach the word. He knows the word. And I can tell. He comes across in a really strange way. And sometimes it hits people and they're like, you're talking about me. You said that about me. No, that's the way you took it. That's the way you feel about what I was preaching. It's called condemnation of oneself. You got to have a little reflection. You got to look in the mirror once in a while. And maybe that was the point when I was preaching that you was looking in the mirror and said, hey, I got some faults and I got to do something about it. But I wasn't pointing a finger at somebody. Now, can I do that as a preacher? You better bet I can. But I don't. But I can. If I make you feel comfortable, then I'm not doing my job. I got to make you feel a little uncomfortable once in a while. I mean, but that uncomfortableness generally comes from how we live our lives, right? I had a couple pastors. Oh, you should be ashamed of yourself for the way you preach. Really? Why? Because I'm not like you, sucking money off of people? I don't believe in that. I don't do that. I just don't. I mean, if people want to give me some money, look, everybody knows, and they've learned this in the past. I'm going to do something good for somebody with it. God takes care of me. And sometimes I struggle, and sometimes it ain't easy, right? But God takes care of me. He's already rewarded me that. Double dipping in God's dish is a bad thing. I've seen it ruin a lot of preachers. So I ain't double dipping. Now, if somebody gives me a gift once in a while, I think that's great. I think it's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing to have gifts. I think it's great. I suck at taking gifts, but I don't know. That's just me. But I'm not a for hire preacher. I don't believe in that. And I guess that's probably the part that they really don't like, I guess. And that, I could walk into church just like this, with holes in my shirt and everything. Because it ain't about how you dress. It ain't. It's about what comes from your mouth. It's your body language. It's whether you're looking the people in the eye. Is there honesty in that man's eyes? Or is he deceiving you? That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm a card from a different deck, too. Look, I've done it all. I've done the sins, okay? I just make changes in my life to better myself. I'll be the first one to tell you, living in a sin world, man, that's a blast, right? Until it's not. Until you feel crummy. Until you've lost everything. And love has gone by. And time has gone by. And you forget things. And forget years of your life. And then you start to reflect upon the things that you've done. And you want to make those changes. Look, I had a lot of fun. Smoked pot, did coke, shot heroin. I did all that crap. Okay? Had sex with multiple women. I did it all. And I'm not ashamed of it. And I'll tell you why. Because it made me who I am today. It may not have been right things. It may not have been truthful and honest and righteous. But if I didn't do them, right, it wouldn't have made me who I am today. So I'm grateful for having to struggle, get down on my knees, lose everything that I had, humble myself, and realize there's a better life. And the only way that I can make those changes is with God. And that's what I've done. And I come on YouTube and I have a good time. I've got great family and friends. All you guys, great family and friends, right? You come together, we do things, we have a good time. And we know there's transformation. Okay. The auction times are done, right? We've done what we do. We've earned the money. We got the kids' toys. We're successful, right? For that time of the year. Now we move on. Guitars, gemstone cutting, making knives, doing other things, right? We'll still have an auction, maybe once or twice a month, whatever, we decide to do. But that's not our main focus here. It's having fun, being friends, being family, We extend our arms in all different directions, That's what it's about. And I tell people, don't call somebody a friend unless you're going to be a friend. Don't call them family unless they're going to be your family. Does that mean that you got to shovel out money that every time somebody cries, oh, I'm broke? Well, I'm broke too. So I guess we are family. You know what I mean? Or, oh, man, I need help with my house. Well, if you live closer, then I could probably come and help you. Unless I make arrangements, I can't just jump on a plane and come and help you put a new toilet in, or help you run new plumbing, or help you put a new furnace in, or put a new stove in, or fix your back door, or fix your roof, or change or lift your rafters in your house, or build a barn, or put a new set of cement steps in. I can't just do that. I know how to do that. Maybe I can work you through it, So that's why I do these things. I know it sounds crazy, huh? I'm on fire tonight. Let me tell you. preacher side of me is coming out. I don't usually let that out, though. I try to control it. So when the Holy Spirit starts moving, man, I got to be careful. I don't want to cross the line with you guys. I'll sound too much like a preacher. I get fiery. I get fiery, boy. All fired up. I got so fired up one time I preached for 3 hours. Didn't even know it. 3 hours I preached for. And no one else knew it. There wasn't nobody looking at their watch. I got done and I was like, oh, I'm going to get chewed out for this one. I'm going to get chewed out. And nobody chewed me out. Secretary looked at me and she goes, did anybody yell at you? I said, no. Why? She goes, you know why? I said, yeah, I do know why. She goes, wow, that was a great sermon. I said, thanks. She goes, I can't believe none of the older people say anything. I said, no, they came up and gave me a hug. They said, that was great. They felt great. I said, well, I guess I did my job. I said, but I'll tell you something. It wasn't me. And I know when I say that, people do not understand that. But when I start preaching, it's not me. I'll tell you guys a weird thing. Oh, okay, brother. Take care. I'm going to love it. You know why? Because it was sent to me with love, and that's all that matters. So I'm automatically going to love it, and I'm going to appreciate it. And unless somebody steals it, I'll have it to the day I die. That's just how I am. Just make sure you bless it. Because I need a few extra blessings this week. I love you, brother. Take care. God bless you. That's right. I got to tell you all this story. Okay? So, I got invited to go to this church. They wanted me to preach because some of the people in the church, they heard me preach before and they said, oh, we got like dead legs down here. And I go, what? Yeah, a bunch of old fogies and, they probably won't like you, but we want you to come and preach. I said, well, I got to have permission from your pastor before I can do that. I said, I can't just do that. Well, we're deacons. I said, it doesn't matter. I don't go into another man's house without his permission. So he calls me up on the phone and he goes, it's Reverend Bob. I go, yeah. Hey, what's going on? This is so-and-so. I said, okay. I said, what's going on? He goes, hey, you want to come and preach? I said, well, I was asked if I would come and preach. Yes. I go, huh? He goes, yes. He says, I need a vacation. I go, what? Because I need vacation. I was like, okay. He says, absolutely. Can you do it 2 weeks? I said, yeah. You want? Great. Wonderful. I said, yeah, but do you know anything about me? He says, no. He says, but I know your boss. He says, and that's all that matters. He says, so I'll put you down on the calendar. Tell everybody. I said, all right. Love you. See ya. Bye. Hung up the phone. I'm like, well, that was easy. Well, one thing that I like pastors to do before I go into their church is let me know a little bit about their congregation, So when I walked into the church, this is going to make you laugh. On one side was all the older people, right? And you can tell who's who by where they sit, right? And then on the other side is all younger people, kids and younger adults and stuff like that. And I mean, it was packed full, right? There was probably a good 200 people in the church, right? That's a lot of people, including kids and stuff, right? So I'm kind of zoning when I walk in. Now, of course, I know a couple of deacons, and they were like, what's up? I said, what's up? Right? And they're all watching this, right? And I don't care. Because anybody that knows me knows I don't care. So they come up, give me a hug and everything, right? They go, you ready? I said, this is nothing. I can land it. They said, man, they don't know what's coming. I said, nope, they don't, but they're gonna get it. I got up there, and I'm gonna tell you something weird that happened to me. It was like I was inside of myself. Now, this is gonna sound really strange, but it's like I was inside of myself looking at, or outside of myself, looking at myself preaching. And it was like somebody else was totally preaching and I was listening to the whole thing. It was weird. Like, okay, take care. All right, I get you. Go win some money, will you? Win some money for Jesus. Love you. Take care. Be good, Dove. So, it was weird. Like, freaky weird, you know? So, I got done, and I was like, standing, and it was like, I came back, right? And it was like, I didn't want to, I don't know how to explain it. I didn't want to make it look like that I wasn't even there, you know what I mean? Because I was there, but it was like I wasn't in control of what I was saying. It was weird. It was freaky. I've had it happen a couple of times, you know, like that. It was intense. And so people were clapping, you know, yeah, that was a great sermon. I was like, I never heard anybody do that, you know. I don't look for that. What I look for is that people got something out of everything that I said, from the youngest child to the oldest adult. And you got to cover all the spectrum of it, whatever you're preaching. And if you do it just on your own accord, you got to be a really good person, and you got to really know it. But when you do it through the Spirit of God, it just flows. When you're real about it, it really does flow. It doesn't always go that way. So, you know, you have to really know your people. But I'm glad it went that way that day. Woo! And it was fine. And then I preached the next week, and it was great. And pastor called me up. He goes, well, I got a good report from you. I said, phew, thank God. He goes, no, that's great. He said, I appreciate you filling in. He goes, we're going to be sending the check. I said, no, you're not. You better not. He goes, yeah, but Bob, that's what we do. I said, not with me, you're not. I said, don't insult me. I said, you want to buy me a gift or something, you know, a sore, or give me something, that's fine. But do not give me money. I said, don't do it. I said, you're better off not giving me anything at all. That's just the way I am. I don't roll that way. Now, if I had to do it for a job and I had no other way of having an income, that would be different, you know? That would be different. And I would hope that people would find me to be worthy of it, to be worthy of all their hard work, you know? And I feel that you guys feel I'm worthy of it because you come here and you help me out with my charities and stuff like that. And to that, I really appreciate it. But you also know that with that, I do things for other people. And God found a way for me. Right? You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, William Tell? It's not about that with me, though. Hey, if you want to send me some money, then, you know, hey, I ain't going to look a gift horse in the mouth. But I, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that. You know? I find the people who have the most give the least, and the people who have the least give the most. And I do not understand that, but it always seems to be that way with me. Not always. I'm not saying that everybody's that way, but I'm saying a good 75%. I've noticed that. Phone can't keep up with you. It's buffering. That's a devil. It's a devil in your phone. You have a possessed phone. There's demons in your phone. You have to do, what do they call it? You have to do a phone exorcism. Because you got demons in that phone. Or in your airline. Oh my God. I shouldn't have said that. Next, I'll be getting phone calls saying, "Oh, Pastor Bob, I got demons in my phone. Can you perform an exorcism?" Huh? Yes. It's possessed. I have a possessed phone. Wow. I shouldn't have said that. Watch. Phone will be ringing off the hook. You know what I'll say? I got some in mind too. They only haunt me once in a while. Oh God. I'm gonna try. What do you think you're gonna find an angel? Hey, what's up, Gen X? Thank you for stopping by. God bless you. Yeah. Need some cleansing. You know what that means? Clean your trash out in your phone. You need a new memory card. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh man, somebody's gonna watch this video later and go, "What is wrong with that pastor?" Oh man. Hey, you gotta have a little humor. You know, you ever watch them old preachers? They're all pussy face. Please turn to John 3:16. We shall read together. John 3:16. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. Now let me tell you a little bit about that. I'm like, dude, you like dry, you know? Are you trying to tell a joke or what? You know what I'm saying? Hey. Oh, John. I'm like, hey y'all. How many times y'all read John 3:16? For God, meaning one. So love. That means he gave some love. You know what I'm saying? He gave the love. The world. The world. He didn't say you. He said the world. He loved the world. Well, he loved the world and everything in it. That's what it should have said. I guess they must have had a typo there or something. Well, too many words. You know. One priest said to the other priest, "Hey, man, that's too many words, man. Hold on, Jack. Did you get the wine today? Shh, shh, shh. Too many words, man. Take that word out." Yeah, hey, man, I forgot the Bible in my car. That's all right. I know how to get rid of that. Tattoo it on you. Oh my God, that's sacrilegious, a tattoo. Oh Lord, you're going to hell because you got tattoos. I have to pray for you. Oh my God, you got tattoos. Go to hell. No, you're not going to hell. You know, it's a metaphor. Don't mark upon yourself, right? Don't mark upon yourself, right? Don't defile your body. Means don't do bad things. Don't take upon yourself bad things. Don't write upon yourself bad things. God, they think everything's got to be physical, right? Couldn't it be a metaphoric message? I mean, Jesus spoke in parables. Hello? Welcome to the real world. You got the woke and the awoken. And then you got the ones, wake up. That's why I like just having, being a pastor and having deep conversations with people. Some of them are kind of crazy. I ain't lying to you. It's a better way of being a pastor, I think. And I still meet with people, and I still do marriages and eulogies and baptisms, but it's just more on a personal basis. That's right. Best information. It's a ruling guide for one's faith and practice, right? That's what the Bible is. Now look, you got the book, right? This guy says to me, I don't understand it. Who, thou, thee, thou, and thus. I said, well, try the New English Standard, because that's pretty close to what it's supposed to be. It's not perfect, okay? Man wrote it. But who's in it is perfect. Remember that. God's perfect, Christ is perfect, and the Holy Spirit's perfect. Doesn't mean that the Bible's perfect. It talks about perfect people. It talks about perfection. It talks about how perfecting oneself and bettering oneself, but it's not perfect. And I'll tell you why. Only God's perfect. Only Christ is perfect. Only the Holy Spirit's perfect. Right? We know that. But if we can take it and make it better, which is happening, it happens all the time as we grow in knowledge, as we grow in wisdom, as we find things from the past, Dead Sea Scrolls. Well, there's things written in the Dead Sea Scrolls that confirm things in the Bible. But some of the things, there's other books, right? There's many other books that were written. But they just didn't put them all in there because they didn't agree with them, right? Like the book of Enoch. Well, the first book of Enoch is a really good book. Second one, that's a little out there, okay? That's a little like space age stuff, all right? I ain't lying to you. But it's not about the perfection of everything that you read. It's about finding the wholesomeness within the book, right? To make yourself better, to live a better life, to learn. They're great stories. There's great drama, great stories, great poems. There's so much about life and death. And I mean, there's lots of weird stuff, wars and betrayals and all kinds of things in there. So you got to think about that. Right? Just letting you know. You got to think about that. I'm not preaching to you. Well, maybe I am a little bit, but so, I think it's a good rule and guide for one's faith and practice. And you're only going to get out of something what you put into it. But it's not the book that makes you a Christian. It's not the book that makes you a better person. It's you, right? It's really you. So it's from what you learn along the way. That's right. We have to. We constantly do. I read things all the time. I'm going to sometime maybe I'll teach a class. And I want to open your mind up. I don't want you to believe what I tell you as in grounded, solid truth. It's just an observation that I made years ago. And I made this observation, and I talked to a lot of preachers about it. And they were totally floored. They could not believe it. I said, I'm not trying to bring something to you to make you think any different of me or any different of the Bible. But there's hidden messages there that don't tell the whole story. They do not tell the whole story about Jesus. They do not tell the whole story about Moses. They do not tell the whole story about Enoch. They do not tell the whole story about Abraham. You don't get the full stories. Can you imagine how big the books would, the Bible would be so booked that you'd be like bored. Like, I'm never going to get through this book ever in my life. Never. You know what I mean? So it's simple and it's true as far as they know it to be true, right? Or they left enough mystery in there for you to try to search it out and figure it out yourself. There's hidden clues and mysteries in there. And if you think hard enough and you put the pieces of the puzzle together, you can figure it out. You really can. At least to the best of your knowledge. But I got some things that'll blow your mind when I say it. You're going to go, oh my God, what are you talking about, man? That's like way out there, is it? Then why did I think it? Why have I been studying that book for so many years? You know, people say, well, do you read the Bible every day? No, I do not. Oh, you're a pastor and you don't read it every day? No, I don't read the Bible every day. But there's days that I watch documentaries and I listen to other pastors. And sometimes, it's different for me. I do what the Spirit moves me to do, you know. And then there's some days that I pick it up and I have to read a verse. Oh, and for some reason, I could read the verse one day and then it just bothers me. There's something that bothers me. It's like I'm not getting the full message and I gotta like dissect it, right? To try to figure out, the writer. What was the writer thinking about? Who was he? What was he thinking? Do we know everyone that wrote every book? We may have known who it came from and who it was about, right? But do we really know those people? So you have to really investigate it to get into their mind. What was they thinking? What was going on in that time period? What transformations were being made, right? What wars were going on? What cultures were going on? Who was going where? What was they eating? What was they drinking, right? How were marriage ceremonies being made? What did they do for their daily activities? How did they farm? What was the weather like? There's lots of different things that you have to get involved in your head to try to figure it all out. Does that seem strange? Well, that's how deep the rabbit hole goes as a pastor. Some pastors, not every pastor. Okay. And there's difference between, a teacher, preacher, and just regular old preacher. And you say, what's a regular old preacher? Well, you got evangelists. And evangelist doesn't mean that you can't be a pastor. It just means that, you do things a little bit different, right? I'll get into that sometime too. I'll break that down for you too. That's a horse of a different color, right? My grandfather could read Hebrew and Greek, and he was a deacon. He was American Baptist senior deacon in his church. And one time I went back to his church that he was deacon in, and I just fell asleep because the preacher there had spoken monotone. I was there with my brother because I wanted to go with him. He wanted to go with me, and I was like trying to fall asleep. It was so boring, And I'm not a boring person. I mean, at least I don't think I'm boring. I suppose I could put some people to sleep. I think I put Big E to sleep sometimes when I'm doing auctions. He finds me relaxing, I guess. Oh my God. Anyway. Hope I'm not boring you guys. Am I boring you? Oh my God. Hey, I took up my gaming time to come out here and do this. Yes, I game. I got to catch back up. I'm struggling. Well, at least I got one of the dungeons done last night. Is Daniel still here? Don't worry, Dan. I'll be on in a little while. Danny, if you're watching, I'll be on in a little while. Keep them fingers warmed up. People say, well, how can you play them demonic games? I'm like, why does everything have to be a demon or a demonic? Most of y'all don't even know where demons came from. Most of y'all don't know where evil spirits come from. You think, oh, well, they fell from heaven, a third of the angels. They're the demons, and they're the evil spirits. They fell with Satan. Well, maybe you got that wrong. You need to read the Bible a little more. Mm-hmm. I'll get into a class maybe sometime on that too. Open your eyes up a little bit. That's why I like being me. See, we can just kick back on YouTube, talk about whatever we want to talk about. Right? Do you guys agree? Are you learning anything? Probably not, right? Probably think, man, he's on fire for something tonight. Woo-wee! What's going on with his brain? Oh. All right, William Tells. Take care. God bless. Have a good one. Anyway, is anybody still watching me? Anybody in the chat? Y'all just listening? Taking notes? Don't crucify the man. Don't crucify me. Guys listening? Want to move on to a different subject? Am I scaring you? Oh, Lord. Hey, what do you guys see behind me? You guys see those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see those 7 boxes back there? You know what's coming, don't you? Yep. Years worth of savings. Crazy. You'll see them coming soon. Oh, maybe I should put this box the other way around. Huh? You guys so that you guys can see it. I'll put this one like this. There you go. That way you guys can see them all. Oh. What's that? Amen. I'm done. Award pastor. Oh, I hit it too hard. All my wins. So we're gonna have some guitars coming up soon. I don't know. I think I'm gonna start the guitars in January. And what we're gonna do is I've got 6 guitars to review. So I'm gonna review the guitars, and then one of them, which is a Squire, I'm gonna hot rod it, and I'm gonna put all American, all USA American parts in it, all of them. So we're gonna make it sing like a songbird. And I have different American parts going into it. All going to be American. All American parts. That's what we're going to do. Except maybe the machine heads. Maybe the machine heads, I think. Well, I don't know. We'll see. The tuners I might go with a different set of tuners. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to hot rod that baby. I want to make it sound like a $2,000 Telecaster. That's what I want to do. I've done it many times, but I want to do it for you guys. So I'm going to take a $200 Squire and I'm going to put like $400 worth of parts in it. And I'm going to make it sound like a $2,000 Telecaster. That's my idea. Can I do it? Oh, yeah. Telecaster on steroids. All right. Did you guys get your fill of me for the night? Did you get your fill? Y'all happy? Did you eat from the table? Probably saying, thank God he's getting off. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to update you. So I went off the handle. I had to tell you what I had to tell you, but you know how I am. I don't usually mix business with pleasure, but anyways, I love y'all. Hope you all got the numbers. I wanted to make sure that you all got them so that way you know what's going on. And everybody's been updated. And I hope that everybody that wasn't here can watch the stream. They'll see what it is and come in here and they can take care of it. And as soon as I get paid, then I ship it out. Okay? All right, guys. Well, y'all have a good night. I'm going to gaming. Take care. God bless. If you need me, send me an email. Need to talk. All right? I'm always here for you guys. Just make sure it ain't like 3:15 in the morning because I probably won't answer it. All right, guys. Take care. God bless. Like, share, subscribe. And we will see you back here soon. Take care. Reverend Bob is out of here.